Good morning, dear students. Today, the topic that we are discussing is direct and inverse variation, right? So let's just start direct and inverse variation. Just a second. Yeah. So direct and inverse variation. So before starting with the question, first we understand what is direct variation and what is inverse variation. Okay. So direct variation is that where we have a direct relationship. As the name implies, direct variation means if something is increasing, corresponding to it, another thing is also increasing. For example, right now, as you can see that the war is going on, right? So because of that, the price of crude oil is increasing day by day. Price of crude oil is increasing. And since the price of crude oil is increasing, so the commodity depending on the crude oil, they are also increasing, right? Okay, like LPG gas cylinder are increasing, fuel prices are increasing because they have a direct relationship with the crude oil. Understand? So this type of variation is called direct variation, right? Now what is inverse variation? Inverse variation is opposite of direct variation. If one thing is increasing, another thing decreases. For example, you understand it like this way. If 5% can do a piece of work, 5% can do piece of work in 2 days, right? So 5% can do a piece of work in 2 days. So one person will take how many days? 5 times 2, 10 days. Because if 5% are taking 2 days and if one person is doing the same work, so that person need more number of days, right? So this type of variation is called inverse variation. Number of person are decreasing, number they require to complete the work increasing. So this type of variation is inverse variation. Okay. So what is the difference between direct and inverse variation? In direct variation, if one thing is increasing, corresponding to it, another thing also increase. Whereas in inverse variation, if one thing is increasing, corresponding to it, other thing will decrease. Okay. So now let's just start the question. First question is this: the weight of a piece of wire is directly proportional to its length. Weight is proportional to length. So let the we denote weight with W and length with L. Right? Now you must have studied in physics also that whenever we remove proportionality sign, a constant comes K. So here also when we remove proportionality sign, a constant comes K. So W is equals to KL. Now, in the question, they will give me something to find the value of K. Here, so they have given weight as 6 gram when the wire is 25 centimeter long. So here you put weight 6 and when the wire is 25 centimeter long. So K is coming 6 over 25. I got the value of K, put it in the equation. So W is equals to 6 over 25 L. This is the relationship between W and L. Now they say calculate the weight of 30 centimeter piece of wire. So in place of L you put 30, 6 over 25 times 30. 5 times 5, 5 times 6. So W is equals to 36 over 5, which is 7.2, right? 7.2 gram. So this is the answer for question number 1. Okay, clear? Now let's see question number 2. Now read the question very carefully what they are saying. Question 2 says that a ball fall vertically after being dropped. The ball fall a distance d meter in a time of t seconds and d is directly proportional to the square of t, right? D is proportional to the square of t, proportional to the square of t, t square. So whenever we remove proportionality sign, a constant comes k, d equals to k t square, right? Now I told you they will give me something to find the value of k. Now you see ball fall 20 meter in a time of 2 seconds. So here in place of d will come 20 and in place of time it will come 2 square. So 20 is equals to k times 4. So what will be the value of k? 20 divided by 4, that is 5. So k is coming 5. Now I put the value of k here. So d equals to 5t square. Right? D is equals to 5t square. This is my relationship. They say find a formula for d in terms of t. So d is equals to 5t square. Second part, calculate the distance the ball fall in 3 seconds. What is the time? 3 seconds. So when t equals to 3. So here in this relationship, in place of t you put 3. So 5 times 9, 45. So the answer for the second part is 45 meters. Third part, they say find the time the ball take to fall 605. Relationship is t is equals to 5t square and d is given 605. So to find t square, 5 go in the denominator, 605 over 5, right? So 5 times 12, 1. So t square is equals to 121. To find t, we take the square root of 121. Square root of 121 is 11. So t is 11 seconds, right? So first we have to find the relationship. After finding the relationship, you can easily solve the remaining part, right? Next, question number 3. Question number 3 is also same question as question number 2. So I am leaving it for you. Okay. I am doing the second part because this is inversely relation. Okay. The time t second it takes a water heater to boil a constant mass of water is inversely proportional to the power p. Okay. So t is inversely proportional to power p. Okay. A part you can try on your own. If you're not able to do it, you can let me know in comment section, then I will solve that question. But I know you are smart enough, you can do it. Okay, right. Now when inversely proportional comes, inversely proportional, I write p in the denominator. So whenever direct relationship is there, the letter comes in the numerator, but if it is inversely relation, then the letter come in the denominator, right? Inversely relation. So whenever we remove proportionality sign, a constant comes. I'm taking k. Now it's not necessary that you always take k. You can take any other variable except these two. Okay, any variable you can take. Okay, so we have to find the value of k. They have given when p is 1400, t is 360. So here in place of t we put 360 is equals to k over 1400. Cross multiply. When I cross multiply, k will be 360 times 1400. So multiply 360 times 1400. K is coming 504,000. Okay, 504,000. So in place of k put this, t is equals to 504,000 over p. But this is not my answer. What is the answer? Find the value of t when p is 900. So here in place of p put 900. 504,000 over 900. 20 get cancelled. Now divide 5040 with 9. We are getting 560. So t is 560. Understand? Okay. Now question number 4 is d proportional to s square. D is proportional to s square. Whenever we remove proportionality sign, again same thing. We apply a constant d equals to k s square. Replace d with 900 and s with 20. So 20 square. 900 equals to k times 400. So k is 900 over 400. 0 cancel. So k is coming 9 over 4. Put it here. D equals to 9 over 4 s square. Now they say calculate the value of d when s is 25. Replace s with 25. So 9 over 4 times 25 square. Yeah. So put it in the calculator. 9 over 4 times 25 square. Understand? 9 over 4 times 25 square. Your answer is 1406.25. This is your answer. Clear? Next. Okay, so I'm leaving this question for you to try this. This is directly proportional question. I know you can do it. Try. If you're not able to do, you let me know. I will solve it. Okay. Now question number 6. D is directly proportional to the square of t. D is directly proportional to the square of t. Okay. Now, whenever we remove a proportionality sign, you know what same thing is happening. Same type of questions is coming in this. When you remove proportionality sign, a constant comes k. Now, you replace d with 80 and t with 4. What is the square of 4? 16. Right. So, k will be 80 over 16. That is 5. Right. So I put the value of k here. So t is equals to 5t square. This is my relationship first. Now second, they say work out the value of d when t is 7. Same relationship I will use. D equals to 5t square when t is 7. So 5 times 7 square. 5 times 49. 9 5 is 45 and 5 245. So d is coming 245. Okay. Work out the positive value of t when d is 45. They say when d is 45, 5t square. T square will be 45 over 5. T square is 9. So t is under root of 9. That is plus minus 3. But they say work out the positive value of t. So d equals to 3. Whenever you take the square root, you write plus minus, and I will write the positive value of t, which is 3. Understand? Okay. Next question 7 is again, I'm leaving it for you to practice. You try. If you let me know if you're not able to do it, but you can do it. I know. Next. Question number 8. M is directly proportional to L cube. M is directly proportional to L cube. Now, whenever we remove proportionality sign, again same thing. A constant comes k. When L is 2, M is 160. Here M is 160 when L is 2. So 160 is equals to k times 8. So k is 160 over 8. That is 20. Put it in the relationship. M is equals to 20 L cube. Now replace L with 3. So 20 times 27, which is 540. So M is coming 540. Clear? This is your answer. Now next, question number 9. P is inversely proportional to M. Inversely means 1 over M. Whenever we remove proportionality sign, constant comes k. Remove, to find k, they have given P45, M9. So P48 and M9 cross multiply. K is 48 times 9, right? 48 times 9 is 432. So k is coming, this cross multiply, k is coming 432. So p is 432 over m. Now what they are saying, find the value of p when m is 12. So replace m with 12. 432 divided by 12. 432 divided by 12. So we get 36. So p is equals to 36. 36 is the answer. So p equals to 36. Right? Okay. So question number 10 and 11. Both I am giving you for homework to practice, because I have confidence now that you can practice it on own. So you need more and more practice, because practice makes man perfect, right? So if you practice it a lot, then you will be perfect in this topic. Okay. Next, question number 12. Y is inversely proportional to x square. Y is inversely proportional to x square. Whenever we remove proportionality sign, a constant comes k. You know that. Okay. Okay, now they have given something. Y is 2.5 and x is 24. So put it here. 2.5 is equals to k over 24 square. Cross multiply. K will be 576 times 2.5. 24 square is 576 times 2.5. Multiply 576 times 2.5. 1440. So k is coming 1440. So what is the value of y? 1440 over x square. Okay. Now find the value of y when x is 20. 1440 divided by 20 square. Okay. So 1440 divided by 20 square, 1440 over 400. Okay. So 1440 over 400. How much you are getting? 3.6. So y is coming 3.6. Now they say find the value of x when y is 1.6. So your relation is y is equals to 1440 over x square. In place of y you put 1.6 is equals to 1440 over x square. So x square will be 1440 divided by 1.6. 16 times 9. So x square is 900. So x is 330 because x square is 900. So x will be square root of 900. So x is plus minus 30 because they haven't mentioned here positive or negative. So I write plus minus 30. Okay. Right. 13 is for your 13th I am leaving for you to practice. 14th question. The shutter speed of a camera vary inversely as the square of the aperture setting x. Shutter speed vary inversely as the square of aperture setting. So s is inversely proportional to f square. Many students don't read the question properly and then they do the mistake. So you have to read the question very carefully. They say s vary inversely proportional to 1 upon f square. Whenever we remove proportionality sign, you know a constant comes, s is equals to k upon f square. Now they have given me as 125 when f is 8. So k will be 125 times 64 because this will get cross multiply. Multiply 125 times 64 which is 8000. So k is coming 8000. So what is the relationship? S is equals to 8000 over f square. Right? Now the second part they say calculate the value of s when f is 4. So s is equals to 8000 over 4 square. 8000 over 16. 16 times 580, 500. So s is 500. S is equals to 500. This is my answer. Okay. Next. Question 15. This one I am leaving for you to try. Same question as 14. Q is inversely proportional to the square of t. Right. Same question is there. Inversely proportional. Try this one. Next. Question 16. P is inversely proportional to V. So P is inversely proportional to V. Whenever we remove proportionality sign, you know a constant comes K. In place of P you put 5 and in place of V you put 8. Cross multiply, so K is 40. Right? So what is the relationship? P is equals to 40 over V. Okay. Now they say calculate the value of P when V is 2. So here in this relationship I replace V with 2. So P is coming 20. Okay. This is the answer. And last 17th question I am leaving for you to practice. Okay. So you try this question. Okay. And whenever you have any problem, you know where to find me. Yeah. So please find me. I hope whatever we have discussed is clear to you. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.